Hey now.
Hey now.
Ladies and gentlemen. Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now. And a hey now. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of the live Christmas Eve, baby. Yes, we are here and back at it for one more day. Steve West is also back. Seems like you've been gone a long time, or maybe I've just been gone a long time.
It's a combination of it, really, because I had to burn vacation time. You did too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to kind of work it around because I took all of Thanksgiving week off, which meant I needed to make sure that other people had holiday time off when it came to this side of the glass.
Yeah.
So now it's all piecemeal. So I took Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of last week off, worked Thursday, Friday, worked Monday of this week, or off Monday of this week, yesterday, worked Tuesday, and then we are all off the rest of the week. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how I can get a regular job that I only have to work 4 days every 2 weeks.
That would be nice. We could do like Howard Stern does. He works like 1 or 2 days a week.
Yeah,
And gets
paid
paid
a ridiculous amount of money.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, I think I gotta end up eating some of my vacation time because there's not. I mean, after today, there's only 3 more days left.
Yeah.
And so it's you
got to be here, I guess.
and I think everybody else is off next week.
Yeah, Dixon
so.
and Vining are off. Kip Kiefer's going to be guest hosting. Leland's off in the afternoon. April Marie is filling it.
Yeah.
So our guest hosts are being taken up by others too.
Yeah, that's why I can't take off. There's no guest host left. Come on, man. Nah, it's all right. If I can just make it through today, that's all I'm worried about. Because last night my throat started hurting, and
just in time for Christmas.
yeah, and so I was like, this is not good. So I drank a bunch of whiskey, and I felt better. The whiskey I drank was called House Divided, and it's by the Sweet Home Spirits over in Leeds. Is that the name? Austin. I know the guy that runs it, Austin. Let's see, Sweet Home Spirits. There it is. Yeah. SweetHomeSpirits.com. Be a good time to get you a Christmas gift. But they've got it's a whiskey called House Divided, and it's a play on like an Alabama Auburn thing. It's got a logo of the state, and it's split in half with one side crimson, one side orange, and they got good whiskey.
See, that was what I was going to ask. The more important part is how's what's inside the bottle.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good, especially that one in particular. That's probably my favorite. And they have them in. You can buy them at the ABC stores too. I see them in there, but the distillery. I mean, if they're open, you can just get them from there. I guess you can call them or whatever. Actually, you can look them up on Facebook, message them on Facebook, and he'll probably get with you to let you get some last minute Christmas gifts.
Yeah, I'd like to go check the place out. I think it'd be cool.
Oh yeah, it's good. They're good people, and good whiskey, good whiskey. But anyway, I say all that to say, let's hope I survive, because I don't want to say I'm sick because I don't know, but my throat is killing me, and I feel kind of woozy, and it's just, I mean, if I'm sick for Christmas, I'm literally ruining everything.
That just sucks.
Like, Trish is going to cancel it. She's just going to cancel Christmas, and then that's on me at that point. So we'll see. I'm going to keep my distance from everybody. I'll Lysol this place before Leland gets in here. And because I came in the door, and I was standing in the doorway because I was going to, keep my distance. And Val's like, come on in, Merry Christmas. Everybody's in holiday cheer.
Oh, sure.
And in the Christmas spirit. And I was like, yeah, I don't feel good. And they're like, go back outside. And then they kicked me back out of the studio. But it's all right. We'll make it. We'll make it. Hopefully it's just a cold or something. I kind of, Trish said I felt a little warm last night, but I was fine this morning. So I guess that's probably a good sign, right?
Hope so, yeah.
My hands are cold, so I can't tell.
Yeah,
I think
that's
I'm
gonna
all
be hard
right.
for you to tell.
Boy, I look clammy in the camera though. That's for sure. But I think I always look clammy in the camera.
I think that has a lot to do with those lights too.
We're gonna be going into the new year. We're gonna be tweaking these lights, and we're gonna look good. Gonna look real good. I need to. I was trying to tweak the camera here, and I think if I've got good posture, then I'm like too. I don't know if it's just because Richard Dixon's tall, but when I get in here with the way he's got the camera set up, it's like from my neck up. You can't see anything except for my head.
Well, and you tend to you kind of recline a little bit too. You lean back more than he does. He sits up.
I slouch a lot during this show, but I got to be relaxed. I got to be relaxed to be able to do this show appropriately. So, all right. So we're back to normal today. A lot of stuff to get to. I mean, part of me wants to keep this show laid back since tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I don't know. I may do some Christmas stuff later in the show, but also a surprising amount of news that's out there and some of the stuff we didn't get to cover yesterday. We'll try and do that. Hey now, roll call. Let me see who we got today on the roll call. Early birds are Bubba Rumble. Bubba Rumble as the lone early bird, which means numero uno today is none other than the one, the only. Hell yeah, Ricky! Hello, Ricky! Hello! Look at Ricky up in the mix. He's always so close, but never gets it, so I'm very happy for him. Good job, Ricky. That's your Christmas present this year, so don't worry, you don't have to get us anything. Tommy at number 2, Dell
Well, you have
3.
to give us a request.
Oh, yeah, you do. That's what you can give us. Give us a request. Hippie with the J's, Cherry, Jeff, Bo, Brandon with a hey now, Jay, Ron, and Columbus. You got Trent, Jesse, Mark, and Kim, the chicken lady. We got Boomer with a hey now, Merry Christmas, hey now, everybody, hey now. Thank y'all for being a part of the show. Also, Richard Dixon brought us his annual goodies.
Oh, good gosh, yes.
As much as he likes to cook, you would think he'd do this more than once a year.
No, we want to make you very anticipatory of what you're going to get just before Christmas.
Well, there's nothing I hate more than people bringing me food while I'm doing the radio show, because I have to sit here and stare at it knowing that if I eat it, like, I'm done for. I'm already done for today. I do like the fact that he put it in a tin this year, because I think last year he gave us a bowl and just kind of, it was all in a bag and mixed together. Or maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but that's what I felt like we had. And there's the famous fudge where he claims he's never going to give anybody the recipe. Oh, yeah, that smells good, dude. Oh, that smells real good. All right, I got to put this up, because if I eat it, I am as good as done. And this show is going to suck for everybody. Everybody. Hey now, Neil. Hey now, Christina. Hey now, everybody. Thank y'all for being a part of the show. Don't forget, we're on YouTube. You can watch a Sickly Andrew on YouTube. Go to Real Talk 99.5 TV and see yours truly. And you can chat and everything else. Also, Over the Line podcast tonight, if I survive. We're having our official Christmas podcast, including gifts and everything else. I actually got some giveaways. We're going to be doing some giveaways of some swag tonight. So if you want to get in on that, you can get your hands on stuff that you can't even buy, Coles. This is just straight giveaway stuff. So join us on the Over the Line channel. Find us on YouTube. Over the Line, Andrew McLean will put you in the mix. All right, let's take our first break. We'll come back on the other side. I'll pop a cough drop, and we'll get it rolling on this edition of The Line. All right. Bubba Rumble said on the text line, Richard Dixon's Fudge Factory has seen a lot of action lately. I don't know what that means, but I'm not gonna ask.
Yeah, let's not make suppositions here.
I'm not gonna ask because I don't want to know. YouTube, remember that Talk 99, Real Talk 99.5 TV. I guess you could probably type in Talk 99.5 TV and see us there. Join the chat, hang out, give us a hey now, and all that. So let's. Forgot. Is it appropriate for me to eat one of these cough drops on the air?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't think it's gonna hurt anything, right? Let's see. It's Secrets. Trish says these are the best of the best. These are the Mercedes-Benz. These are the Rolls-Royce of cough drops.
Okay.
It's lemon flavor. The only problem is if I'm using these things, it makes my vape taste funny.
Oh, I bet it would.
Which, I know, you should be vaping if you're sick, but listen, if I don't have nicotine, I can't do this job. I hate to break it to y'all. Maybe I can start popping some Zins or something. I don't know. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should just do, like, what does Andrew have to do over the next 24 hours to keep Christmas from being canceled? Now, Christmas with the larger family isn't until Christmas Day, so I've got kind of a buffer there to feel better. But Christmas Eve, we're doing like immediate family. And it's going to be a bunch of youngsters with good immune systems, so they'll be good. And my kid just got over the flu. No, I don't have the flu. He had the flu last week. I saw him once, but it was outside. He and his mom both had it. But I didn't really get that close to him, although Trish says, I told you.
You're in trouble now.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be all right. I was like, I feel the same as I did yesterday. If I would have felt worse, I say yesterday, it was last night. Like, I felt fine during the show yesterday. It was yesterday afternoon. I was on the way to Mandu, and I was like, ugh, I don't know what that is, but I don't want to get the Mandu people sick. So I canceled that, and I went home. And like I said, drank a bunch of whiskey, and then, it's kind of the same. Nothing crazy. All right, if you want to get in, 205-545-9950, 545-9950. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Jason says on the text line, can you help with the information for the camper RV repairman? I would love to tell you because that's my boy Dylan, good friend of mine. Cover all RV services. 205-224-2268 is his number. Let me make sure I get that right. 205-224-2268. Yeah, y'all holler at my boy. And let him get you hooked up, man. He's a good dude. He'll come out there to you. All right, as we usually have during Christmas time, and this happens in other countries. Well, I guess it kind of happens here as well occasionally. But in particular, on this side of the world, a driver plowed yet again into a crowd during a Christmas light parade in the Netherlands, leaving more than 10 people injured. And I know everybody's shocked by that. They're like, oh, my goodness. Never seen anything like that before. It's another Christmas tragedy in Europe. Another car plowing into a Christmas crowd, now in the Netherlands. But this time, apparently, it was an accident and not a deliberate attack. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, we all know what this is. But the crash happened yesterday as spectators watched the annual Christmas light parade At this point, authorities are calling it a serious accident with no sign of intent. According to the police, the driver lost control, possibly after falling ill behind the wheel. The car hit at least 10 people, three of whom who were seriously injured. Car drove into the crowd in Nunspeet in the Netherlands, injuring several people Monday evening, according to Dutch regional news site Gelre News. Collision happened around 7 p.m. Apparently, during a candlelight parade, multiple ambulances and trauma helicopters responded as authorities worked to secure the area. My suspicions always go up when they say, "Oh, it was just an accident," because 99% of the time it's not an accident. But they're claiming it is. We'll take their word on it unless anything changes on that front. But we do, in fact, see that all the time with Christmas parades or Christmas festivals. And it's usually, you guessed it, radical Islam. It's usually some Islamic freak that is tied to some sort of terror group terrorizing people simply because they're celebrating Christmas. So there's that. Also here at home, you had three dangerous inmates escape from a Georgia jail yesterday. And one of them's wanted for murder. Escapees were identified as Stevenson Charles, 24 years old, Yusuf Minor, 31, and Naud Yohannes, 25. Charles was serving a life sentence and is charged with murder and armed robbery. That happened at the DeKalb County Jail in Georgia. What DeKalb County? That's north of Atlanta, right?
Barely.
Is
if it is, it's in the Atlanta area, I think.
Yeah, I think that's is it northwest Atlanta? I can't remember. I used to know my Atlanta. But anyway, so three inmates escaped. They ended up catching them this morning. They apprehended them, so good police work. Figured that out quickly. But the thing that came to mind was, how does this keep happening? We've had it happen twice in Louisiana, most recently 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like, what's going on with the prison system? I mean, we know what's going on with the prison system. We talked a lot about that. But is this going to finally highlight some of the problems that are going on inside of America's prisons? I've been talking about the Alabama Solution for a long time, the documentary that I told you guys to go watch if you haven't over the Christmas break. Good time to watch that. It's on HBO Max. But to the larger point, there's a problem in the prisons that is now going beyond just what some would consider human rights abuses, and now it's peeling off into the streets. Because if inmates are able to get out of these prisons, escape from these prisons in some way, shape, or form, that then puts the community at risk. So at what point, now that the problem, which originally was contained within the walls, is now pouring out into the streets, are officials going to do anything? Federal officials, state officials, officials here in Alabama, where we have a huge problem, when are they going to make a move and get this cleaned up? Because this is going to happen one day, and somebody's going to get seriously hurt, and then people are going to be asking for accountability. All right, 205-545-9950. Here comes the advice. Liquor and peppermint. You know, I have done before. I've done like whiskey and honey and lemon juice, and heated up in the microwave. But I didn't feel like going through all that, so I was just like, I'll just do the whiskey part at room temperature.
There you go.
I always gotta have my whiskey at room temperature. I don't like ice in it. Let's see. Hippie says, mix whiskey or bourbon and lemon juice, 6 ounces of each. Bundle up in warm covers, wear sweats, and absorb the perspiration. So you want me to like wear a bunch of clothes and sweat? Is it? Do you
Sweat it out, basically? Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. I don't know if I like that. Joe says, tell Andrew to get some Chinese restaurant hot and sour soup. That stuff will cure the common cold. So, how about that? Tommy says, do I need to send you another bottle? Yes, please. Tommy dropped us off a bottle of whiskey at the vape store for the podcast. A lot of people, our local people, will do that. They'll go drop something off at the at Vapor Forge, and we'll take it to the podcast studio. And I tell you what, man, there's nothing we appreciate more in that studio than whiskey. I mean, absolutely, that is our number one favorite thing to get, because we try to keep that stocked up. Is this the name?
No.
Okay. We got hey, who is this? Who we got on the line in Pell City?
It's Tom in Pearl City.
Oh, Tom. It said drunk man.
Pearl City.
Are you drunk?
Hey, go to the doctor in the box, get you a dang shot. Quit being a baby. Go get you a shot. You'll be fine. Serious.
Go get a shot?
Yeah, go get you a shot. You'll be fine, man. They say this super flu's coming around. I don't know what I had, but I had sinus issues. It definitely wasn't no super flu, though, but I felt like crap.
Super
So,
flu.
yeah, definitely go get you a shot. You'll be good, man.
I
You're
usually
drinking that liquor.
I mean, when I get sick, I usually, it doesn't usually put me down. I mean, it kind of, hits me a little bit and then moves on. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be the case here. I mean, I'm
Don't wait too late, bro.
I'm pretty healthy. I'm a pretty healthy guy. I'm like a healthy, chubby guy. And so,
You ain't chubby.
oh yeah, I'm chubby, all right.
If you chubby, I'm chubby. Come on, man.
I got a dad bod.
All right, man. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. If I hear a point I want to call, I'll call back again.
All right, buddy. Call us back anytime.
All right, brother.
I got to burn some time today. Old Tom. Tom did sound like he was drunk, for being honest. I was like, but I didn't expect that to be Tom. It's a drunk man on the line, and I thought, the first thing I thought was that guy that sounds like Sling Blade.
Yeah.
Whatever his
No,
name is.
I have to admit, I got to apologize to Tom because that's who I was thinking it was, and it was just, it was.
Well,
him.
Tom was doing
that's
it.
on me.
He was doing an impression, so
He was doing a very good job.
yeah. Hey, well, let me tell you about the police up here, corrupt as they can be. That's usually what we get. Yeah, that dude's wild. I always get nervous taking his call too.
And you should.
When he calls in, let me tell you about this Walker County police up here. I don't want to talk about Walker County nothing. I made it clear. I'm on Walker County's side. I'm on the side of the police. I'm on the side of the Walker County Mafia. I'm on the side of the biker gangs, all of them. Because
you just don't want to be messing with anybody.
Yeah, I don't want to be disappeared. So I'm not going to talk bad about any of these people.
And I appreciate that because I got to go up there on Saturday for a family lunch after Christmas.
When you go out there and make it clear that everybody that's involved in illegal activities, you are friends of them and you're fans of them. That's what I say. And the police, you're friends of the criminals and the police. Just be friendly to everybody in Walker County. That's what I say. We went down. We did that one time. I don't know if you remember this, but we did this show. We went for like an hour or two talking about Walker County, and everybody's calling in with these stories about all the crazy things that have happened there. And I can't tell you how many messages I got on the backside of that. They're like, dude, you don't want to do that. You don't want to talk about that. And I'm like, okay.
Some things just take a life on their own, man.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't have time to be like kidnapped and tortured. I got too much stuff to do. I don't have time to be buried alive. But anyway, that's what I got. Let's see. Noto Roofing bringing you this part of the show. NotoRoofing.com. NotoRoofing.com. My roofing guys. What did I tell y'all yesterday? I said I want y'all to go ahead and set up an appointment. Set up an appointment and make it not for today or for tomorrow, which you can. I mean, I don't know if you can do it tomorrow. I assume that everybody's going to be with their families the next 2 days, but you can do it after the holidays. You can do it sometime between now and New Year's. You can do it after New Year's, but the important thing is to go ahead and set up that free roof inspection with that their complimentary roof tune-up they're going to give you and see what you got going on up top, because knowledge is power. And knowledge also can save you a lot of money. If you got a small problem that's going to be turning big, if you can cut that off and say, boom, get it fixed, you should do that, because nobody wants to have to waste money on buying a new roof or roofing problems or whatever. So get it taken care of. Noto Roofing, 205-848-2299 is the number. 205-848-2299. NotoRoofing.com. What else we got? Speaking of criminals, a MS-13 gang member and human trafficker, Abrego Garcia, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, is still in this country, believe it or not. It feels like we've been dealing with Abrego Garcia for, what, almost a year now, maybe over a year. He gets hemmed up like many illegals have gotten hemmed up, and he has a criminal history. He gets caught trafficking people in Tennessee. Like all the things that you need to deport somebody, Abrego Garcia's got that going on. But when they hemmed him up and they were going to send him back, all of a sudden, Democrats decided to make this their poster child. And you know, the Democrats rally around the bad guys. That's what they do. If there's a bad individual and that bad individual is being hemmed up or attacked or deported or whatever by the Trump administration, they're going to rush to that person's side. That's what they did with Kilmar Abrego Garcia. You had Democrat lawmakers such as, who was it? Was it Chris Van Hollen that went and had dinner with Abrego Garcia, had margaritas with him and everything else, and they pushed and pushed. They got this case into the radical court. Well, first, he gets sent to CCOT. He gets sent down to El Salvador, which is where he's from, and then a judge orders him to be brought back to the U.S. So they bring him back to the U.S., but they keep him detained. A judge, radical Democrat judges, order his release. ICE then turns around, picks him back up. Well, now we've got another radical Obama judge allowing Abrego Garcia to remain free through the holidays. And this is the same judge from the beginning, Judge Paula Zenas, an Obama appointee out of Maryland, extended her temporary restraining order yesterday. Earlier this month, she ordered the immediate release of Garcia, arguing that he had been detained without lawful authority. She said, quote, "Since Abrego Garcia's return from the wrongful detention in El Salvador, he has been re-detained again without lawful authority. For this reason, the court will grant Abrego Garcia's petition for immediate release from ICE custody." And you should have seen when this guy was coming out of the court. He was just as smug and as cocky as he could be. Think about if you're some of the other millions of criminal illegal aliens that were hemmed up and sent back to their home country. And maybe you didn't do anything wrong. Maybe you didn't even have a criminal record outside of being in the country illegally. And you're looking back at America and you're watching them treat Abrego Garcia like the second coming when he actually is a criminal. He has a criminal record. And you're thinking to yourself, why couldn't they have done that for me? Because listen, there's a handful of them. I mean, there are immigrants out there that didn't have criminal records that got sent back. And, people have seen them. It's happened around here. You had the one, the one girl that got pulled over in Leeds? She apparently didn't have a criminal record. She was, oddly enough, working with people to help them obtain their citizenship, but she didn't have her own. She got sent back. Why wouldn't Democrats latch on to that story and try to help that girl out? But they didn't want to. Instead, they went with Abrego Garcia, a guy that's not just known for human trafficking and gang activity, but he's a woman beater. We've got 911 calls from his wife who says she is afraid of him because he's abusive. And yet, because this is a big dog and pony show, you had Abrego Garcia walking out of a courtroom yesterday, holding hands with that same wife that's supposed to be scared of him, as they're both smiling about the fact that this judge is allowing him to stay released. It's a clown world. It's a clown world that we live in when dangerous people are allowed back onto the streets because of a judge's politics. That's all that's about. That judge doesn't believe that the right thing to do is to release Abrego Garcia. The judge is doing what she's doing because she knows it's a shot at the Trump administration. It's nothing more than that. And the politics of some put the American people at risk, put their safety at risk all the freaking time. Going back to the jail thing and inmates escaping. It's all politics. It's all padding pockets. Here in Alabama, the reason they don't fix the prison problem is because they're making money. They're playing politics. Everybody knows that. You don't have to watch a documentary to know that. And it ends up putting people's safety at risk because they don't care. Politicians don't care about you. They don't care about your safety. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your pocketbook. They don't care about your budget. They don't care about your property value. They don't care about anything but themselves. That is a proven fact. And that's what's happening with this Judge Paula Zenas. These people don't give two craps about you. 205-545-9950. More show coming up right after this. Boy, that secret is strong, dude. It's a little stronger than I'd like it to be. Because my whole
Is
mouth
it working,
is.
though?
Yeah, my whole mouth is numb.
Well,
What's
I
in
don't know.
this?
It could be a positive, I guess.
I think it's got cocaine in it. I think that's why my mouth's numb. Because, holy moly. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I thought it was just supposed to soothe my throat. I need some less strong cough drops. That's what I need. Because that right there ain't going to cut it, Cole. That ain't going to cut it. All right. 205-545-9950 will get you in. 545-9950. Speaking of illegals like Abrego Garcia, we've got a big problem in Minnesota, which, by the way, seems to be getting worse by the day. I'm talking about Somali fraud is getting worse and worse and worse. So much worse that nearly 100 Minnesota mayors have been sending panicked letters to lawmakers complaining about the fraud scandal and the leadership of Tim Walz. Their political careers are on the line now, and really what's going to happen to their city is on the line. They're complaining about the fraud scandal and how it's going to impact the communities they serve. Clearly not happy with the leadership of Governor Tim Walz and his connections to the fraud scandal that has rocked the state in recent weeks. The scandal's still unfolding, and it's unclear what the final tally would be, but get this, it's looking like something that's going to be in the tens of billions of dollars. Tens of billions of dollars in fraud by the Somali community, mostly the Somali community in Minnesota, where some of that money, a lot of that money, was being sent back to Somalia, which landed in the hands of terror groups. This would be, with the direction it's going, looking to be the largest theft of taxpayer dollars in American history. So no wonder these mayors are nervous. The biggest one in history. Here's what Fox News said. 98 Minnesota mayors warn state fiscal policies are hurting cities, residents, and local budgets. A group of 98 Minnesota mayors raised concerns with state leaders in a letter about their state's fiscal policies, saying they have impacted their cities and residents, noting a disappearing $18 billion surplus and a projected $2.9 billion to $3 billion deficit for the 2028-2029 budget. In a letter to state lawmakers and Governor Tim Walz, the 98 mayors expressed concern and frustration, said the state was slipping in national economic rankings. Quote, fraud, unchecked spending, and inconsistent fiscal management in St. Paul have trickled down to our cities, reducing our capacity to plan responsibly, maintain infrastructure, hire and retain employees, and sustain core services without overburdening local taxpayers. Cities across the state now face workforce shortages, slowed business investment, and rising operational and construction costs, and families choosing to leave Minnesota altogether. The letter says there's a growing disconnect between state-level fiscal decisions and the strain they place on cities. The cities we lead. When the state expands programs or shifts responsibilities without stable funding, it is our residents, families, seniors, businesses, and workers who ultimately bear the cost. That's according to that letter. And also in the letter, they should have demanded that Tim Walz resign. I think they stopped short of that, but that would be the only appropriate course of action. Does anybody believe, by the way, that this scandal would have come to light if Kamala Harris and Tim Walz had won the 2024 election? Would this have ever been discovered? The way Democrats operate, they would have, you know, sold the seat, the governorship of Minnesota, which Tim Wills would have had to leave to become vice president. They would have sold it to the highest bidder, rigged their election, and made sure it was covered up. You would have never known about this. You wouldn't know about a lot of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. The internet is a wonderful place in uncovering corruption and uncovering things that we're not supposed to know. But if Democrats were in power, the large majority of people would not know. Not because people weren't finding out, but because it wouldn't be reaching the massive numbers of people, because people would start being censored almost immediately. At this point, we would be on the precipice of the 1-year anniversary of Kamala Harris being president of the United States. Do you know how much damage could have been done within 1 year? It could have been really bad. We wouldn't have even resembled the United States of America anymore. We would have resembled Europe. The economy would be crashing. Nobody would be able to say anything. You'd be thrown in jail for your beliefs. It would be a third world hellhole.